Hey everyone, it's Kayvon with Ascari Art. So I've got some new colors by Tim Holtz, Cloudy Blue, Willow, and Shell Pink. And for the first time, I'm actually going to do a metallic color. And this is absolutely my favorite gold. It looks like gold, even though it's called brass, and it's by Pinata. So we're going to give this a shot as well. So let's do it. Okay, everyone. So since I'm using denatured alcohol, I do denatured alcohol for all of my swatches. And since I'm using that, I like to use neoprene gloves. That's just because I don't want alcohol ink on my fingers. And, you say, well, I can go wash it off. But there's instances where you forget to wash it off and then you go cook something and it catches on fire and then you burn your skin because you've got alcohol on your hands. So very dangerous. I always like to wear gloves and ventilate the room. So those are some of the things I like to do. So let's get started. So I'm going to pour the alcohol ink down. And we're going to do cloudy blue. See how that works out. I'll do about 3 drops because this doesn't look like it's high in pigment. And I'm going to use my little Giotto rocket. And we're going to move this around and see what comes out of it. Wow, this is very light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit more because it is very light. I'll put 3 more drops. So I've got a total of 6 drops on this right now. And I just want to spread this out, as I always do. I think I have something. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was weird. Some kind of weird thing in there. So this is very light, and maybe it's because it's just the kind of alcohol ink. It's very low in pigment. And I feel like some of the colors from Tim Holtz are that way. They have this very light, salmon is one of them. I think butterscotch is another. It's got a very light tone to it. Sandal is another. It looks like beach sand. It's so light. Just a very light orangey, yellow, tan color. But this one, so some of their colors are like this, and they're good for layering, if you want, or mix with other colors. If I add a little bit of just a small hint of dark blue to this, I think, or indigo, I think this would be really nice. So we're going to let this dry. I can't really do much with it. It's very light, but it's not showing any other colors underneath, which is a good sign. It's a really good sign. So I'm going to let this dry. Let me just move it over a little bit more. And I don't like these. I want this just kind of spread out so I can kind of see the light ink aspect of the light layering aspect of it. Okay, so I'll let this dry. Now the next color we're going to do let's do Willow. So I'm going to put a little less alcohol. Okay. Wow, this looks like a pea green. Like sweet pea, not baby pea. Or, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to mix this up. It's very light. Again, I think it's the kind of alcohol ink. It's in a particular package. I guess they're much lighter than normal. I'm going to add 2 more drops. So now I think I've got a total of 5 drops of alcohol ink. So it's going to use a lot more if you're trying to get a very dark coverage. Took me a while to find that word. It's kind of late. Okay, so this one does have undertones. You can kind of see there's that terracotta undertone that's coming through. It's a very orange, it's an orange undertone. As it's drying, it's much lighter. There's a couple other greens that I have that are similar to this, but this is just a lighter shade of it. It's just, yeah, it's much lighter, which is not bad. I mean, there's certain instances where you would want to use this. Okay. Let this kind of tone down and dry up. Okay, we're going to let that dry. That's really pretty, actually. It's really pretty. Okay, the next color will be, I don't know why my camera's doing that, but our next color is going to be this shell pink. So I'm assuming this is going to be light as well, so we're not going to use a lot of, we're not going to put a lot of alcohol down, but I will put a lot of drops. And let's spread this out. This looks almost orange, or a clamshell pink, I don't know. Bring the alcohol back in. I have a lot of control with this Giotto Rocket. This is a lens cleaner for cameras. And you can probably find it on Amazon, or you can through my store, or you can find it on Amazon, or you can find it probably at a camera store. Just like they'll have them there. They're very popular. It's just like bursts of air, and you can control it. You can, instead of blowing with your mouth, which you're close to the alcohol, I don't really recommend that, especially when it's denatured alcohol, because it's got ethanol in it, and yeah, and it's flammable, and you just don't want that near your face. So, yeah. So I don't trust that. I think I like this because I can kind of shoot spurts of air and move it the way I like. So here's the shell pink. And then my favorite is going to be the Pinata Brass. So I need to mix it up. So I'll mix it up right now. And it's got like these little balls in it that allow it to mix the metallic pigment. Yeah, you hear it? So I'm not going to add a lot of alcohol because this already has some. So let's give it a shot. All right, let me get a dropper because this is just slightly different. I don't want to contaminate this. So what I'm going to do is, this is a little tricky. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my denatured alcohol in the middle, and I will just drop. Okay. Just that. That should be enough. And I got some on my finger. I'll just rub that in, which is fine. So let's move it around now. And so this is a little different than the pigmented inks. This is, this is metallic. I don't know if it's flakes or what, but this will leave lines, like outlines, where you move it. And I like to keep them kind of the lines together. I like to make thin lines, like you see how I'm moving it and I'm getting like these really pretty, beautiful thin lines, and then I'm leaving the center and letting the center dry. And if I want to move it again, I can just bring it in, and but it dries pretty quickly, as you can see. And I can add alcohol back into it if I don't like a certain area, or if it's clumping up and I don't like it, then I'll just go in and add like a drop smack in the middle to kind of loosen that up, and just start moving it around again. You cannot lift it completely though, unless you use like a brush and you move it around with the brush. Like you dip the brush in alcohol and you just start moving it around. Let's move this out. And this is really beautiful when you start putting it with color, because you'll start seeing these very thin lines of gold, almost like a terrain, like Earth terrain from a NASA, photo. That's what it reminds me of. So I'm going to bring my camera in so you can kind of see this, because you can't see the reflectiveness of it. But let's see if I can get it to where it's not completely dry. But you see how it's... let's see if I can get it. There we go. You see how it's very reflective. But you see those thin lines. Beautiful little thin lines that when you look at it from a different angle. So this isn't completely dry. As you can see, there's a drop, like I guess around here somewhere. So what I can do is I can just move that drop around as well. See how it's moving? Okay, now it's pretty dry, I think. So the only issue with this is it's a nice add. See, there you go. It's a very beautiful addition to a painting, especially if you're doing blues. But I really like it. It's like one of my favorite things to do. This is brass, surprisingly brass. Pinata Brass is actually closer to gold, in my opinion, than the Pinata Gold. Please leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. Again, beautiful, beautiful shade. The light is not doing it justice. I just have to move it so you can kind of see the gold that this emits. So it from a distance, it looks like it's brass, but when the light actually hits it the right way, it's gold. It's totally gold. And it's a beautiful addition. I love it. I make my own metallic sometimes with different varied alcohols, like denatured or isopropyl 91 or 99%. Check out my video that compares all those. I will do another video with some Copic inks that I have. I've got like pure pearl white, champagne, and a neutral gray. So here are the colors. Here's the shell pink. It's very light. It's almost like a peach. Let me bring that over here. You can kind of see that. And then I've got this cloudy blue. This is the Tim Holtz cloudy blue. And there is a little bit of gray in there. I can see a little bit of gray. It's very similar to the Copic agate blue, but the agate blue has more pigment. So I would recommend the agate blue from Copic if you're looking for a grayish blue. And then here's the willow. Willow is really pretty. I think there's some things we could do with this. I could probably mix it with terracotta to give you that those fall colors. So there's a lot there. And then my favorite is the Pinata Brass. And you can see, there we go. You can see the fine lines. Look at that. It's just glowing. Oh my goodness. So those are the 4 colors right over here. And, again, I'm going to be doing more tutorial videos. I'm going to be doing more colors. Just to remind you, there are some new colors that are being released by Tim Holtz that I have pre-ordered, and I can't wait to get. I will be making swatches of those. I think there's 12 or 16, but I can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay, subscribe, comment, just share your thoughts. Tell me if I'm making these videos too long. I'd really love to know. All right, thanks again. Take care. Good night.